Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. So, I'm a little excited today, but I'm kind of torn. Well, first off, I was supposed to do a video. Well, I was going to do a video, still am, on doing the Natasha Denona and the Huda Beauty palettes, combining the I Need a Nude with the Empowered. I have them right here sitting. I'm going to get to it. I am. But my order came in for the Christmas stuff, and I wanted to get it up in case anybody's interested in it. So, from Too Faced. So, today we're going to be working with the Mary Mary Makeup Palette. This cost $48. So, $50. More, maybe, with tax, depending on where you're at, and if you're paying shipping and all that good stuff. It's the same cardboard packaging that you have to make sure you have flipped up correctly, or it won't shut. If you just go like that, it doesn't shut. You literally have to fold it. It drives me insane. Is it that big of a deal? For me, yes. But that's because I got kids too. That can't seem to grasp the concept either. But this is the palette, and I actually am wearing the highlighter, the blush, the bronzer, the eyeshadows, some of them. And we're going to get into it. We're going to break it down. And whether or not I think it's worth the $48 plus dollars. And the smell. It smells like a giant pine tree. I mean, it smells like you just walked out into a forest of pines. I will give it that. Now, I did say that, I wish their smell was a little more fragrant. This, out of all the Christmas stuff, or even recent launches, this you can smell. As soon as you open it, it hits you. Is it that strong? No, it's still not as strong as like the peach palette. And that's not just by my memory. Like, I literally opened the peach palette just to make sure. And of course mine's old, but still yet, that doesn't matter. This you can smell, unlike the other palettes that are, I mean, you gotta really get your nose into it to smell it. This you do not. Let's go ahead and start with the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter. So the bronzer, I'm wearing it today. It's sheer. It's somewhat buildable, but it's still very sheer in, like, on your skin. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it isn't necessarily a good thing when it comes to skin tones. The same with, I'm using, so the bronzer is called Wish List. The blush I'm wearing is called Oh What Fun. I actually like this blush. I think it, again, it's sheer. It does have a little bit of like sparkle, but it's not glitter. Like, I don't see glitter on my skin. It does emphasize texture a little bit, but again, not bad. Okay, not bad. The color, I had to really build it up though, and I kind of stopped. I just stopped. It became a little bit like I started building it. I'm not gonna lie. The highlighter, perfection. I mean, very little bit, but blended it perfect. Highlighter is really good. Do I think that's going to work on everybody? No, I don't think this is going to work on everybody's skin tone. Absolutely not. But I would say probably up to medium, maybe. It would work. I think past that, it's not going to. But I don't know. Let me know. But for basing this palette just off of me and my skin tone, it does work. And I actually think it is quite cute. I do like the names, and we'll get to one in particular. It's got me giggling like no other. But I do like the bronzer, the blush, and the highlighter. I haven't used this one yet. We'll get to it though, I'm sure. For the price tag, you get 21 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, a highlighter, and a bronzer. The formula is okay. It's not like the greatest, but it is good. It is good. It's way better than previous launches, which again I will get into way later. But let's go ahead and get started on the eyeshadows so you can see those. So the first shade we're going to go into, the only thing is that there's no mirror. And to me, you could put a teeny mirror anyway, right even in here, you know what I mean? But I guess that would up the price too. So the first shade, and I guess because there is no mirror, it is kind of good to travel with if you were going to, I don't know. The first shade we're going to go into is Decorate Me. That's the wrong brush. I will say that like all big palettes, these shades look an awful lot alike, especially, the mattes. I will say there is some pretty shimmer metallic shades in here. So, okay, now we're going to go into Decorate Me. I'm using the right brush though. Pigment is there, it's buildable also, so, you know, it's decent. It is decent. Again, I haven't played with all these shadows, so, you know, that I've touched them, I felt them, so I'm going just to assume that they're all kind of going to be the same, okay? And what that means is that they're blendable, they're somewhat buildable, but they look a lot alike, especially when it comes to the eye. We're going to go into Winterberry right here, and it's one of those shades that's kind of got like the little sparkles in it. It's a matte with sparkle in it. And we're going to use this to darken up this outer corner. I will say that I really did think this shade would come off a little bit darker than what it did, even building wise, but it didn't. This is about as dark as it gets. Is it that big of a deal? No, not really. I mean, it's dark enough for me, but I'm trying to think on like other people also, not just my own skin tone. I think that these kind of palettes are really good for gifts, not necessarily like a makeup lover. Like, I think if you were gifted this, you would like it. You know what I mean? I do. But do I think, like, out of all the palettes that you could get this? I don't know about that. Especially at $50. I don't know about that. Now, as we all know, this stuff always goes on sale. So if it went on sale, would I think it'd be worth it then? Maybe. And when I mean sale, I'm going to say 50% off. Absolutely. Go for it. 30%. Yeah. I'd still say it's worth it. 20%, that one's, take a step back, look at these colors and see if you're really going to use them. Because that's the only thing. If you are, then I would even say at 20%, it's worth it. Because you do get, I mean, as far as mattes, there's not much versatility. You're going to get a somewhat neutral base. But you have pops of color as far as the shimmer metallic shades, and they seem somewhat nice. I'm taking Winterberry and we're going to run it under the lower lash line. So I do, because of the fact that in my skin tone, I can use the bronzer, I can use the blush, I can use the highlighter. The palette is worth it to me. And from past experiences, this one's not a bad palette with formula. And if I, you know, even me purchasing it at full price, it's not bad. Now, if I was gifted it, I would love it. I'm going to be honest, I would like it. So that's good. Because if you're gifted something, you know, you do want to like it. And if this is the only makeup somebody has, at least they have options. You know, you have an everyday look. You could glam it up, you could color, you can even use color in it if need be. Like, there's options here, and that's really good to me. in my opinion. Now we're going to go into the shade Rap Star, as in W-R-A-P. And it is this pretty color right here. It is so gorgeous. I know it really doesn't go with my outfit today, but that's okay. It's more purple silver. I just really wanted to try this purple silver out because it's like a, well, it's lavender, but it lays nicely with a brush even. And of course, if you spray it, you'll get much more pigmentation than what I have. But I got no fallout with it, which is great considering I do my face first. But like, you can see that shimmer, like you can see the metallic on it, and if you did spray it, you would get more oomph out of it. But you can also use your finger, or you can just continue to build it however you want and pat it in, and you're going to get that pigment. I will say I kind of taste pine. I know, it's horrible, isn't it? I just got done saying how I wish their stuff would smell, and I think it's because pine's just not my thing, is why I'm not, like, grooving to that, but I am, at least I can smell it, you know what I mean? At least I can smell it. But I mean, that's a pretty eye look. Is it out of this world? Like, you know, you've never created a look like that before? No. You've created a lot of looks like this. We're going to go into Jingle Bell Rock now. Jingle Bell Rock. And it's like a... It's not black. It's like a... black... brown, I don't know. It's not charcoal, but it's not like it's not an intense black either. It is on the softer side of it, which is nice, especially if you know, aren't, you know, a big fan of like black is black, because black can be intimidating. I will say this is a nice color to line with, if you chose to use it to line, or if you just wanted to darken up another color even, I think it'd be a good color to get the depth that you're looking for in a look even, without it being too scary to work with. So I'm just lining the top and lower lash line with this color. But I mean, you can even see that it, you know, it's a pretty quick look. And I was gonna kind of use a bunch of colors out of the palette, but I tend to go overboard when I do that, and there's just no point. Because in reality, I don't believe that if you're using this palette, you're gonna be packing on the colors like that, you know? So I'm trying to do a realistic look that you might gravitate to if you know, had the palette or wanted the palette. And I do think it will give you that. But I'm trying to also put it in perspective of a $50 palette versus, you know, there's a ton of palettes out here on the market for $50. I mean, or at least close to it. It's like, what are you wanting? You know what I mean? If you want a good bit of variety, you've got a good bit of variety as far as metallics and shimmers in this palette. Not so much with the mattes though. Is that a big deal to you? Only you can answer that, you know? Like, that's up to you. Alright. So, oh, this is the color. This was the one I was telling you about that it just tickled me. So there's a color here called Snowball, right? And I thought it was white. I mean, Snowball, right? White? No, it's a white gold, which is hilarious to me after thinking about it because, well, we all know we don't eat yellow snow, but it is a very pretty inner corner for me. And I overall really do like the way this look came together. I really do like the blush and the bronzer in it. So overall, with like just me and what I think about the palette, I like it. And, you know, feel that it is worth the price point, you know, for me. And if you got gift certificates, you know, that sort of stuff, I mean, again, I would definitely wait till a discount. But I would say that with anything, if you can get a discount, get a discount. I don't imagine these would, like, go out of stock in any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't think, anyway. Could be wrong there, but I wouldn't think. But I do think it is decent quality, to be honest. Alright, I'm going to go in with mascara. And I'm using the Lash Paradise waterproof mascara today for the top lashes. And then I'm going to use the Lancome for the bottom lashes. And I do think the palette is cute if you got a teenager. Or if you're thinking about it, you know, like, or just a gift. In general, for someone that loves makeup, it is cute. The packaging is adorable. They can get used, they'll definitely get their use out of it. I would definitely watch on skin tone because, you know, not everybody is going to be able to wear this palette for the intended purposes. And then the bottom lashes, we are going to do the Lancome, like I said, and we're done. So all in all, like I said, I like it. And it's a shocker because I was prepared wholeheartedly to be like, yep, cute packaging, crappy formula. But in reality, it's cute packaging and it's decent. Again, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either. And I do think you could get different looks out of this palette because of the metallic shades. Maybe not so much the mattes, because if you look, the mattes are pretty much brown. I mean, they say that's berry, but it leans more brown. It's like a purple brown almost. It's pretty, but it's still a brown at the end of the day. The Jingle Bell Rock is like a black brown. You do have some warmer brown. You got some cooler tones. You do kind of have a mix, to be honest. I can't wait to play with the pink one up there. I'm curious on that to see if it'll even show on my skin tone, because I'm going to tell you, I had to build this. And I mean, I had to build. And even at that, it's just sheer, but it's still pretty. It is pretty, though, regardless of, at the end, it turned out nicely. So, I really do like this. I think it's cute. And that's what the front, or the inside of it looks like. And then this is the front. So all in all, this particular one, $48. It's cute. So I have the rest of them. We'll do them. One of them is Snow Globe Set. One of them is Pop the Cork. And one of them is, I think popcorn ball. Is that right? Popcorn balls. So I have them all here. I can tell you that out of all of them though, my favorite is the lip. Their trio they launched. It is called the Warm and Spicy Pillow Balm Lip Balm Trio Set. It's $34 for that. I like those. And I highly recommended those. In the last year's one, it was strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate in that one. This year, it's the original. It's the original. Then we have spice cider, which I like it. It smells really good. And holiday wine, it's good too, but I like the color of this one too. So it's really up to you, but we'll go through these ones next, and we'll just keep seeing what they got and which is the best at the end, and versus price. I think if you could get these at a discount, it would definitely be worth it, no matter how you look at it. And the snow globe ones are actually cute because you get 3, and it says to and from, so these could even be stocking stuffers, technically. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped in some way. Let me know if you're interested in them. Let me know if you were thinking about it, or if you're just like, pass, I'm good, you know? Because I do see where if you do have a decent amount of makeup, even how these would be a pass at the same time. But overall, I think this turned out really good. The look did. I think the eyes look really good, and my cheeks too. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all, that way you're notified when I upload every day but Sunday, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and stay healthy.